So we have an activity here, and it says, how do you think the graphic about Tim Hortons raisin T-buns below relates to our universe? Well, the answer to this question is that T-buns are made from dough mixed with raisins. And so if you were to measure the distance between any two raisins before it's baked, and then put that T-bun in the oven and bake it, you will notice that the distance between the same two raisins increases, because naturally when dough is baked it expands. We can relate that back to our solar system, or in particular our universe, because it's commonly known and debated that we exist in an expanding universe. So if you were to take the distance between any two celestial bodies, it could be a star of one solar system and a star of another solar system, and if you could measure the distance between those two in light years over a given amount of time, you will notice that the distance over time between those two celestial bodies will increase. The next activity is a series of diagrams, and there should be 4 diagrams because there are 4 stages to the solar nebula hypothesis, which is believed to explain not our universe but instead our solar system. And so I believe that what we are looking at in this first graphic right here is stage number 2. So the reason why I take stage number 2, and I'm just going to put a 2 right here, is because I can see that the proto-sun is formed in here. It's starting to rotate in a counterclockwise fashion. Out here, outside the proto-sun, it's a very, very dirty area. The solar system has a lot of meteors and comets and asteroids, very dirty. Not much accretion is formed yet. I also don't see any protoplanets being formed at this point in time. If I were to move to this one, this is totally stage 1, so I'm going to put a 1 right here. You can see the nebula right here, hence the reason why it's called solar nebula hypothesis. You can see gravity pulling down on this stuff, and there's really no cycle started yet. It's just gravity pulling everything in to create a nebula, so definitely stage 1. If we were to go ahead to the next page, 1 second, right here, we will see that this is definitely stage 4. It's how we think of the solar system now. The sun totally formed in the middle. You can see the rocky planets inside of here, so Earth would be down there with Mercury and Venus and Mars and planets like that. And outside in this particular area you would get your big gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn and that kind of thing. The biggest thing in this one is that if you were to look outside of the sun, the solar system looks really, really clean and clear. So naturally, this whole process has been taking place for quite a while at this point. There is still some debris out there, and naturally we know that because we always worry about meteors striking Earth, and we always talk about the doomsday asteroid that could someday slam into Earth and give us a lot of problems. Down here on the bottom, this would be totally stage 3. Is not as clean as stage 4, but is definitely cleaner than stage 2. The sun is more pronounced here in the middle, and the biggest thing that I see in stage 3 are these little tiny dots right here, which is the formation of our very first planets, and we call these protoplanets, meaning first planets. Still a dirty solar system, but much cleaner than stage 2.